Hi, Kelsey.
All right. Hi, Kels.
Sorry.
All right, you guys. Hi, happy Team Talk Tuesday. It is I'm like 6/25, whatever that means. It's June 25th. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We're so excited, you guys. We have an amazing woman who is on here tonight. So Dani Martinelli is a great friend of mine. She's a powerhouse in this business. For those of you that don't know her, she's been with the company like 2.5 years.
3.5.
3.5. Okay. Yeah, whatever. 2.5, 3.5.
Yeah.
Nothing big. 3.5 years and has just skyrocketed to QNMD. And she is in that push for NMD and is just amazing. Lives out in Santa Barbara with her husband Lenny and their son Tommy. And if you guys have not heard of her, shame on you. But if you're on the team, you probably have. But
Are you kidding me? Shame on us. If they haven't heard of her, shame on us. We haven't done our job.
I'm really not that cool, but thank you.
But we're so excited to have her speak with you guys tonight because she is just incredible and has some wise wisdom for all of us. So Dani, I will let you take it away.
Awesome. Well, thanks for having me. I like seeing new faces. I see the same faces all the time. I see Kristen and Kelsey all the time. So it's good to see new faces. I was just jotting down today things that I wanted to share with you, and some things I might spend more time on, and I don't know, I want to make this interactive too. So if there's pieces when I start talking or if I ask a question, please respond. Otherwise I'm just talking to. I know you guys, some of you are cooking and multitasking, and I am a pro at that. I don't know if that's a good thing, but I am a pro at multitasking. So the first thing, I just did a training with my team on, and I asked a question, and I want to ask the same question because it was powerful and it led to a really great conversation and a really great coaching opportunity on my half. And I just simply asked, I said, what do you think is the most important thing in this business to do when you first get started and to teach the people that are just getting started? And what would you say? Anyone?
I know the answer, but I'm waiting for somebody else to chime in.
I don't really know if it's the answer. It's just my answer.
Yeah, no, it's my answer too. So.
Okay.
I mean, I would say know your reason why it's important to you, because it's probably important to other people too.
Yes, I think that's great. I think before you commit to this business, you should know why you're stepping into it. But after you have your why and you sign that paper, which we don't sign, but you know what I mean. The most important thing to teach and to demonstrate and to do, and if you haven't already done it, is connect your upline, your sponsor, with your list. That is the most important piece of this business for a few reasons. It's because when we first come onto this business, we don't know what we're doing, right? We really don't. And you're not expected to. We're just passionate and we have a big why. Hopefully we've had a personal experience with the products or are currently eating them, and that is important. But to grow a business at the pace and at the level that you probably want to be playing at, since you're on this call, you need to be very effective and in teaching your downline how to connect their list with you. And so I did a whole training on this, and that is the name of the game. So when whether you are new on this call or have never done that, maybe you've never given your list to Kristen. That's one of the first things that is the first thing that I ask my team to do when they come on, is I say, you don't need to know anything, but I want you to light a candle. I want you to have a glass of wine, dim the lights, and I want you to throw up on the page everyone that you care about, everyone. I want your dirt list, and dirt list just means people that would literally buy dirt from you. I want your colleagues. I want the people that you played ball with in high school. I want your teachers. I want your children's teachers, just everyone. And then when they give that list to me, that's when momentum starts to happen, because I work with them with their list and we put them in sections. So maybe one section is going to be people that we invite to a Zoom call. Maybe they're all nurses. I don't know. Maybe they're all teachers. Another section, maybe I will write verbiage for them to reach out to. That might be an email. So it really takes the pressure off of them and puts a little bit of work on my plate, but it makes everything happen quicker. And if you are new to the business, or the quicker you make money, the more motivated you are to stick with this business. So when you bring on new people, my intention is to always put money back in their pocket as quickly as possible. And I tell them straight out, I cannot help you until you get your list to me. And I'm not talking 6 people. So don't even send me 6 people. I want at least 50 people on that list, and then we'll go from there. And then the ball's in my court, and I will write verbiage for them. I will help them write their first post. And I'm not writing something different for every single person. I'm just kind of like these 10 people here. These 10 people were doing this. These 5 people, these people have a lot of potential. We're going to do something a little different with that. So I wanted to hit on that first. Is everyone using social media to grow their business, whether they like it or not? A little bit? Okay.
Yeah, I think everybody to some extent is using social media. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So social media it's a brilliant way to grow your business, but it can also destroy your reputation very quickly and our industry very quickly if it's not done correctly. And I was the gal in the beginning that did things incorrectly because I didn't know any better. But I was going to give you a couple of tips and tricks for social media. Is when hi Tommy, and this is Tommy.
Hi, bud. Come on in.
Come on in. We do this business with children, whether we like it or not. So my biggest advice for social media is to realize why people go on social media. And if you can remind yourself of this every time before you post, no one opens up their computer and logs on to Facebook to buy anything. Nobody. No one's like, oh, I'm going to go shopping for a vacuum and I just hope an ad pops up, or I just hope someone's, no one does that, right? We go to Amazon, right? Amazon Prime. Tommy knows Amazon Prime. So it's really important that you are providing value for people that are looking at your posts, and that you are allowing people to get to know you. So it's not as important to be posting about Juice Plus, and I do post about Juice Plus, but there's no need to put bottles, and there's a lot, like very few posts of mine ever have the capsules or anything like that. What I want people to know is about me. Like, I want them to get to know, like, and trust me, because when people trust you, then when you do throw in a post that is a little bit more straightforward about our lifestyle program or about your personal experience, even if you don't use Juice Plus and you just, this lifestyle program has, I was here and now I'm here, they'll listen. Because everyone can agree, right, that our Facebook feed is flooded with people selling stuff, right? Flooded. Like I'm in network marketing, and I get frustrated with network marketing because I'm like, if I see one more before and after photo, I'm going to lose my shit. You know what I mean? And so you want to keep that in mind. Another thing that, Joey Kelly has been coaching on, and I think it's brilliant, not brilliant. I mean, it is good. It's good. It's to really focus on what makes us different, not what makes us better and our company better or our products better, but what makes us different. And that is a really strong sales approach. So, with our products, what makes us different is we're the only company with a real food label, right? We're not the only company that's NSF certified, but very few are. But you want to concentrate on what makes us different instead of telling people what makes us better. And same thing with our business model. What's one thing that we have in our business that no one else has? No other nutritional program has it. Plexus doesn't have it, or whatever it's called. Avocare doesn't have it. Does anyone know what we have that no one else has? Besides the fact that we have a real food label? Like, what's one thing in our portfolio that we have that no one in the world has besides us?
Research.
No other companies have research. No one has as much research as we do. We have tower gardens, right? So often we forget about tower gardens. And I want to plug this because, one, it's super effective, and is that, okay, everyone and their mom is in network marketing, right? Everyone. Like, pretty much every girlfriend of mine is in network marketing to some level. They may just be, a consumer, but they're in it. Pretty much everyone. But no one else has the tower gardens, and that's another thing that sets us apart and makes us different about our business model. So, just because someone's in network marketing already does not mean that there isn't a place for collaboration for them to include the tower gardens in the portfolio. People already in network marketing, they understand network marketing, and if it's in alignment with what they're doing, right? People that buy oils also care where their food comes from, right? People that are buying nutritional products, even if they're not ours, they care about growing their own food, and they care about, clean living. Young living people, they care about, stuff not being on their produce. So it's a really great way to engage with people, whether they are just a tower garden owner or they add that to their portfolio as a way to bring in another secondary income. So I just wanted to hit on that.
Well, what I just loved about what you just said, though, was that's an aha moment for me, because focus on what we have that's different. So you said the before and after pictures drive you crazy, right?
Mm-hmm.
But we know before and after pictures are very attractive to people because it looks like a quick fix. It looks like it's going to solve all their problems, right? But that's not what we are. We're not a company of before and after pictures.
No.
And so what I found is that when you said that, I realized how many customers I now have who have tried everything else. They have tried the plexus, they have tried the wraps, they have tried the everything. And ultimately they came back to us because we're different. So thank you. That was a huge aha moment to focus on.
Yeah. And that's something you want to play that question in your head when you're formulating any content, whether that be an email or a post or an event, is how am I going to effectively tell my audience how we are different, what sets us apart? And there are, with the business, it's our healthcare benefits. It's the fact that you don't need to buy product every single month or hit a certain quota, or, people are very familiar with network marketing, and chances are when you're on a connection call with another person, they have had some sort of experience with network marketing. The chances are very, very high. So if you're able to effortlessly speak on what sets us apart from our business model and our products, you're going to have a very high closing rate, because that's what they're wanting to hear, even if they don't know it. They don't need to be told what's better. They need to be told what's different about us. Okay. Few things that I wish I had done from the very beginning, and I think these are helpful tips, is I really, really wish that I had started growing an email list from the get-go. And it doesn't need to be complicated or big, but, every event that you go to, make sure you're gathering emails, right? And how many people are using TeamZ? Yeah? Okay, I was really, 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 really slow to the whole TeamZ thing, like very slow. Mainly because there's always some next best thing to creating a system in this business. And for me, it's just like, just do, like, just do it. Like, I'm so, like, I get very sick if there's always like another better way. You need to be consistent. You need to show up even when you don't want to show up. And you have to very much have an athlete mentality in this business that you practice every single day. And you will get to game day where you have your moment to shine. But, hitting the weight room, training, doing sprints on your own, that's the majority of this business. And then you have game day when you promote, or, you're on the stage, or you're giving a training call or things like that. So I do highly recommend Teamsy, mainly because with all these contacts that you're getting, right, it's just such an effective way to not have people fall through. Like, there's just so many people I've been reaching out to that I almost feel embarrassed that I'm like, oh my gosh, I said I was going to follow up, because I see my old messages and I'm like, oh my God, it's been 6 months and I never followed up because I got lost in my thread, because I didn't have a system. Even though I was doing the do, I was doing so much of the do that I was having trouble keeping track of the action I was taking. And the follow-up, as most of you probably already know, is the name of the game in this business, is to follow up, and find creative, authentic ways to stay connected with people. Because of the bottom line, and I just had a post about this a couple of days ago about in our industry in general, people have this really this strong hesitation to admit that they are in sales. And and so my post was very bold as far as I really, really, really love the fact that I'm a strong salesperson. And I don't try to tiptoe around that and say that, I'm just in a sharing business. We don't sell. I do. But there's a big difference between being salesy and being a strong salesperson. And you can really, there's no reason to tiptoe around it. So I gave a couple tips as far as it seems like a lot of people are interested in Juice Plus, right? They may be interested in your post or interested in what you're doing, but it never translates to an actual credit card and to a sale. And one of the biggest reasons why I think that is that we're hesitant to actually ask for the sale, right? People are interested. You send a video, you follow up. Yeah, this will be perfect. I need this, but we don't ask for the sale. And we're asking, when I have somebody that is tiptoeing around making a commitment to it, I just simply ask, what do you need to see or hear in order to be comfortable making this purchase today? And I say that over and over again because for a couple of reasons. One, it saves me a lot of time and energy, because if it may just be, I just need more time. Or maybe I actually, I have to talk to my husband, and, or it just may be, I don't need to see anything. Well, great. Let's get you signed up today. So asking for the sale is important. So I just touched on email marketing. I mean, I find that it's so easy to send out one email that goes to my whole list. And you can segment your list. So I don't send my same email to all my lists. I have it for certain people. So you might have a bunch of people that are really into the Tower Garden. So you send, an email, just because so few people are seeing our posts these days, right? So it's really important to have different ways of nurturing your audience. So you can nurture, your audience is your community. So are you getting out in your community and actually showing your face and then being of value? That's one way to nurture your audience. Another way to nurture your audience is by having a Facebook group, so that when you do make connections, they can go into your Facebook group and you can nurture that relationship by providing a lot of free value. So maybe that's tips and tricks in the kitchen, or maybe that is speaking about ways to improve mental health. Maybe that is, how you fit in exercise in 20 minutes a day with 2 screaming kids around you. I don't know what it is. It's just a lot of free value. You can nurture relationships from your posts and being really consistent to who you are. So if social media intimidates you, sit down and write down 5 things that you stand for, that you are passionate about. And that's your social media presence right there. So if it's cooking, entrepreneurship, children, I don't know, whatever, exercise and nutrition, you want to stay in those 5. That's your circle. That's your social media circle. And every time you post, you want to post something that's in alignment with that. And that's really kind of how you build a brand. But you don't need to worry about that. But that's just Like that is in essence, a strong social media presence. You don't want to be all over the place. Like 1 minute talking politics and the next minute, talking about our detox. It's just, you want to be consistent in your message. I don't know. Does anyone have any questions? I feel like I'm breezing through my list. Or maybe you just have a struggle in your current business, and maybe I can bring a new perspective to where you're at, like where you're stuck. And if you don't want to talk, that's fine too.
I can actually talk for, I won't name names because they're actually not, they're going to watch this recording. But I know that this is actually an issue that we have pretty widely right now, is feeling confident enough as leaders to bring on new team and know exactly how to get them started. Like you said, what is the number one thing you need to do? Plug them in with your upline. But what does that look like when you're first bringing somebody into your business? And maybe that might help. I feel like that's where our gap is. We have people that are great at getting customers. All of us, I feel like that comes more natural than inviting people to the business. I know for me, it was for years. So I just love them to hear a different perspective on how you invite to the business.
On how I invite to the business?
Yeah, and how you invite them to the business, and then how you get them moving.
Okay, yeah. I have very straightforward business conversations, and I think that's really important to establish, is that I really don't tiptoe around having a business conversation. I form a relationship. By listening and forming that relationship, I listen to what this business can provide this person, and then I offer that. So I know the problem. Once you know the problem and you have a solution and you feel like it's the right solution, then I offer it, and then I immediately get on a Zoom call. So that is how I do it. I think the reason why I am successful at it is because I know, Kristen, you're straightforward with business conversations as well. There's no shame in my game. I'm not just being like, do you want to join my team? Or would you like to join my team? I'm going, look, I was listening to you the other day. You're tired. You're worn out. You're working 3/12s. You're over it. You keep telling me you're over it. I work with nurses all the time that are just like you. If I could show you how you can cut back to 2 shifts by earning an extra $1,000 in our business in a couple months, would you want to sit down and talk about that? It's kind of what it sounds like. It really does. Whether that be
no, that's awesome, because you're not coming at it from a, hey, here's everything we have to offer, and we have this really great compensation plan. You should check it out. It's not a you should check it out. It's, I was listening.
Yes.
And here's how we can help.
Yeah.
And it's just offering that help. It's the same thing we do with the products, but but for the business, you're coming at it from the same angle. I love that.
It comes very naturally for us to offer Juice Plus when we hear of a problem of health. Well, there's problems
sick. They're tired.
There's financial chaos all over the place, left and right, and people looking for second jobs, or moms staying at home, but it's tight. And if they just had an extra $500 to $1,000, it would really make a difference. And it's not always finances. Sometimes it's just people are working too hard for their money, right? There's a difference between being at home making money on your terms and making money and being worn out and being on someone else's schedule. So I'm not trying to tell people that this is the end all be all, join our business and let's make millions. That's not I find the people that can put in a power hour a day, 5 days a week, that want to make $1,000, because that's 500,000. That is the bulk of our business. There are very few people that come into the business that are, that have the intention to make, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 grand, right? the majority of our business is made up of people making that really, truly 500 to 1,000 would be awesome if they could do that in 5 hours a week. And I have several people in my team that do it in 5 hours a week. And that is a great selling point for me. I use that all the time. I say, I help people make 500 to 1,000 in a power hour a day, 5 days a week. That appeals to people. When you try, that really appeals to people. Would that appeal to me in the beginning? Not really. Like, I was looking for, like, if I'm going to do this, is going to be a career change for me, but I'm not the majority. So you need to know your audience, right? And who you're speaking to.
So for everybody who's not on Teamsy, do you want to tell them a little bit about what that power hour, I know we're running short on time, but what that power hour is you're talking about?
Yeah. Power hour is, it's however many, Teamsy just makes it so easy, like connecting with a certain amount of people. So, I am following up with a certain amount of people. I'm adding a certain amount of people to my list. So that might be new contacts. That might be new people I've friended on Facebook that I want to get to know. That may just be people that I'm, met at a networking, event. If they go on my list, inviting, I'm always inviting to something. And that doesn't mean I'm inviting to a Just Plus event. That may be, I'm inviting to a networking event that I run. I'm inviting to go work out with me. I don't know what it is, whatever, inviting. I'm always inviting for something because that's how I keep relationships going. And that's how I keep myself engaged. Because if I just ran my business from online, I would start to feel very disconnected, right? So it's important to actually have conversations with people. Posting is very important. I usually start and I just have a list of the priorities for my business that day. Teamsy is just nice because that's my bare minimum. It's just my bare minimum. So even if I don't, like, once I get Teamsy done, and that usually I can do it in an hour, if I can't do anything else on that day for my business, it's okay. It really is okay. A lot of times I do extra, but it just is so satisfying to me to have that completed. And you set your income goal. So how much you have to do is based on what you want to be making. So my actions are different than, let's just say, a new team member that I just signed up and she wants to make, $1,300 a month is like her big number. Our actions are different. It's about as much productivity as we have. Does everyone have like 5 more minutes? And I'll just go through my getting started. Okay, my getting started has changed. It just changed. Like, when things aren't working the way you want, you change them, right? You course correct a bit. I feel like I've always had a good getting started process, and but I adjust it. My biggest thing now is I have people watch this one in particular training that I did about kind of this business in a nutshell. Kristen, did you watch that? Okay. So that's like, that is, I send someone an email. We get their products ordered. We get them signed up. I prefer to put in their order because otherwise I feel like they drag their feet in placing their own personal order even after. So I prefer to place their order. So I do that. So in the email, they will watch the training video. It's 30 minutes. They will create their list. I flat out tell people, I don't care what you do on the Freedom Revolution. I just want your list. So go to that part on the list, and that's what you need to do. You should do all of it, but I've been telling people to do all of it for the last year, and I feel like less than 5% of people are doing it. So it's a waste of my breath, and honestly, I haven't done it. So do I really expect other people to do it? Not really, but I want their list. So they connect the list with me, and then that's when we create an action plan. And the action plan is, their first post. And then I get them started with Teamsy now that I'm using it, because I see how it simplifies everything for new people. And that's really it. So it's my training video, their list emailed to me, setting them up with Teamsy. So they watch that training video with Lindsay, and they input the scripts. So it's really those 3. I just missed one. I think that's it. Like that's like the first email. So yeah, training video, their orders in, training video, Team Z, and list. That's it.
And you mentioned there like a post too, social media post.
Yeah. I help them with their social media post. Yeah. And I do not get on a connection call with them after that until those are finished. As soon as I have their list, we go into action though. So immediately, I take that list and I dissect it, and I make it like I don't have a whole lot of free time. So I'm good. Like I'll just be like, these 10 people you're sending this reach out. These 10 people you're sending this invite to for a Zoom call. Pick 2 days. So I just tell people. Now, does everyone do it? No. But the thing about this business is it's not up to us to pull people along. You get them signed up. You help them with their first few customers. You help them get their first few reps started. And the rest is up to them. Like if people don't take action, they don't take action. You cannot waste your time. You have to keep on going. But that training platform is really helpful. It's one email that I write once. I send it off to every new person. And once they complete it and they send me their email list, then they schedule a call with me. And that's it. I hope that was
awesome.
I hope that was helpful.
I was going to talk, but I was muted. Do you guys have any questions about, I mean, you've got Dani at your fingertips right now. You can pick her brain about anything.
I know that was a lot. Like I literally threw up on you guys, which we're not supposed to do, but I had like so much I probably could have done a training on each individual piece, but
I love it. It was such good tidbits for people. And hopefully everyone at least walked away with one thing that really jumped out at them. So if you guys have any questions after the fact, you can definitely send myself or Kelsey a message and we can shoot it off to Dani. And
if you guys aren't following Dani yet, like, I mean, I don't want to swarm her Facebook friend request because I know she'll probably doesn't have
you can follow me on
Instagram.
Yeah.
Okay, I was gonna say follow on Facebook or Instagram, and super easy to find because she pops up like right at the top.
Yeah.
On Instagram, I'm at Dani the Health Coach, DANI the Health Coach, and you can follow me on Facebook too. And yeah, the biggest thing is this business is a choice, and we have a choice. We can either succeed or we can quit. But it's really that. It's either you're going to succeed if you keep showing up, or you can decide to quit. So it's really a choice every day. And I have to say, even though there's struggles, and even at close to the top, there's still struggles and frustrations and whatnot. But it's like choose your hard. And I much rather choose this few days of hard or whatever than go work at a 9 to 5. And so I just remind myself of that, choose my hard. And this business is awesome. So just keep making that choice to show up.
Awesome. I love it.
Okay.
Thank you so much, Dani.
You're welcome.
You're amazing. I appreciate you taking the time during dinner
Absolutely.
time. And tell Tommy we said thanks.
You're welcome. I will. I'm going to go eat and drink some wine now. It's only 6:30 here.
I know. I love it. Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you. Bye.